Welcome to the Caribbean Edge Kids. My name is Dawn Wilson, and I see Geornice all excited joining us from the beautiful island of Jamaica. She's so excited. I'm so glad you're excited, Geornice. And we also have Isaac, who is a second-time visitor to T.C.E. Kids. And he has his own company. He's an author, entrepreneur, Isaacsmanyadventures. So we're going to check out what Isaac is up to. And of course, we have our lovely storyteller, Auntie Sophie. Welcome, welcome. And remember to share this episode and invite the kids and family to tune in. So we're going to talk to Geornice a little bit and get to know Geornice. Hi, Geornice. Oh boy, Geornice, there she goes. She's so excited. Hi, Geornice. So tell us about you, Geornice. How are you on this beautiful Sunday? You're fine. And any siblings, any sisters or brothers? Okay, we're not hearing you, sweetie. Any brothers or sisters?
Yes, there's one. Her name is Johnny, but she's very annoying. She's not nice. One time she burst my lip.
How old is she?
She's only 2 and she's turning 3 next month.
So she turns 3 next month. And how old are you?
I'm 7 years old.
7 years old. And what's your favorite food?
KFC.
KFC. They say they make the best KFC in Jamaica.
Actually, McDonald's, because I went to foreign and McDonald's was so good.
You love foreign McDonald's. You are too precious. Do you have a favorite Jamaican food that you want to share with the world? What is it?
Aki pizza.
Aki pizza. Oh, I don't think Auntie Donna's had Aki pizza. How about you, Auntie Sophie?
Well, I have had Aki quiche, which is almost close to Aki pizza, so I can imagine the taste. Aki pizza. I'm going to put that on my list.
I saw Aki Pizza at Hilton Roton Hotel when I went there. It's fun, and I saw Aki Pizza.
I am going to try it, and Auntie Sophie too. So you taught us something new today, Geornice, and a lot of people out there. So we know ackee and sawfish is the traditional dish in Jamaica for breakfast. And those of us that grew up in Jamaica or visit our beautiful country enjoy it with some dumpling and breadfruit and plantain. And you can also boil or fry these products. So it's really, really good. And we're going to have to get Isaac to try some of the good food too. Hi, Isaac. Tell us about you.
Hey, Auntie Dawn. My name is Isaac Redfern. I'm 13 years old. I attend the downtown school and I'm in the 7th grade. I am the CEO of Isaacsmanyadventures and I have published 2 books.
Awesome. So I know we've had you on the show before, and we've had multiple authors who come on this show. And a lot of the kids tell us they now want to be authors. So thank you for inspiring others. I'm going to get Johnny's to just sit still for a minute there. So Isaac, any siblings?
I have 2 stepbrothers.
Okay. And are they older or younger?
They're they're older.
They're older. Okay, so you're the little one, huh? So what do you like to eat?
My favorite Jamaican food is oxtails.
Oxtail, cha-cha. Ah, nice. We love that. At least you've tried Jamaican food and that's nice. So welcome, welcome. We can't wait to find out what your new adventure is about, because the last time you were here, remind us what you spoke about. Which book?
My second book, Isaacsmanyadventures in Brazil.
So that's the new book, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And your first book was Isaac's Adventures in Paris.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Johnnice, our little bubble bee over there. She's all over the place this morning. So Johnnice.
Yes, Auntie
Wagwan.
Dawn.
Wagwan, you're all over the place. Yes, yes, you have lots of energy. So what book are you reading for us?
I'm going to be reading my reggae book.
So that looks like reggae readers. Awesome. Right, so you ready to read?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
The name of the topic is Ashley Bell.
Okay, we need your volume.
Hello, my name is Ashley Bell. My first name is Ashley. My last name is Bell. I am a girl. I am 6 years old. This is my school. This is Miss Green. Miss Green is my teacher. I like Miss Green. I like my school. This is my house. I live in my house with my mother. I live in my house with my father too. Can you see my mother? Can you see my father? Look, I can jump, said Lenny. Look, I can jump too, said Lizzie. Look, I can hop, said Lenny. Look, I can hop too, said Lizzie. Look, I can run, said Lizzie. Look, I can run too, said Lenny. I like to play, said Lizzie. I like to play too, said Lenny. The end.
Thank you so much. You are such an awesome reader. You know that?
Thank you, Auntie Donna.
You are welcome. So, what do you like about growing up in Jamaica? Do you love the music?
Yes, I love the music that they play when I was going to Hilton Hotel.
Okay, you're coming in and out. So, can you speak up a little bit into your microphone?
I said I like the music that they play at Hilton Hotel and at Jamaica.
Okay, so very, very nice. It's nice to see you, Geornice.
Thank you, Auntie Dawn.
So we're gonna get you to sit quietly, okay? So okay. So we're gonna shoot over to Isaac.
I can read my book now?
Yes, go right ahead. Let's see that cover again.
Okay, the book that I'm reading today is Isaac's Adventures in Brazil.
You can read the hello. The hello page. You can read the hello. Start from the hello.
All right. Hello, I am Isaac Redfern.
You got muted, Isaac.
Sorry. I'll read it over. I am Isaac Redfern, a 12-year-old 7th grader from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I love to travel with my mom, read books, and play sports. I also like going to school because I know a good education will help me have a better life. I have traveled to Brazil more than 15 times, and I want to share its beauty and culture with you. It's one of my favorite places because of my family's Brazilian heritage. In fact, I have been traveling there to visit family since before I was born. I hope you enjoyed this amazing book about one of the most memorable places in South America. When I when I first arrived, title of this page is my first arrival. When I first arrived in Brazil in December 2008, I was only 7 months old. As you can see, my family was ready to spoil me. My family calls me Izaki. Mom tells me they hugged and kissed me the entire time. Afro-Brazilians. Brazil has the second largest Black population in the world. With more than 75 million people of African descent, Afro-Brazilians are a beautiful, strong, and creative people. Afro-Brazilians are the descendants of 4 million African slaves who were brought to Brazil by the Portuguese during Brazil's colonial period. Europeans recognized the value of Brazil's sugarcane fields and brought the slaves to harvest and manufacture the cane into sugar. At the time, sugar was so rare it was called white gold because most people couldn't afford it. Christ the Redeemer. You are probably wondering how I got up there. Good question. After purchasing a ticket, small trains take visitors all the way up to the top. The ride was so much fun and the view was so beautiful. When you get close to the statue, it's unbelievable and it's huge. I felt so good and loved seeing his open arms. I am blessed to be able to travel around the world. Rio Olympics 2016. Did you know Rio hosted the Olympics in 2016? That year, we flew from Miami, Florida to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. The flight was full and there were a lot of people excited about the Olympics too. We left at 9:40 p.m. and arrived at Galeo Airport in Rio the next morning at 8:35 a.m. It was a very long flight, but as usual, I ate well and watched movies during my flight. When I woke up, I said, "Bon dia." My I looked through the window and saw the beautiful city of Rio. I said, "This is going to be fun." The airport was decorated and the festivities started right at baggage claim. People were coming from all parts of the world. I could hear so many different languages. What an experience. We got our bags and went to ground transportation. We took this picture at night, Copacabana Beach, and was decorated for the games, and we had tickets to beach volleyball there. It was a huge crowd with people from all over the world who had come to enjoy the games. The athletes were so tall, fit, and fast. I had tickets to see Russian play Germany. After the game, I tried to get some of the players' autographs, but there were too many people. My mom and I had so much fun that day. What sporting events have you seen, and which one would you like to attend someday? That's some of the pages from my book, Isaac's Adventures in Brazil.
Awesome. Thank you. Your book was quite inspirational. It is. So tell
Thanks.
us, Isaac, why do you like writing?
I like writing because it helps kids and adults learn that there is more out there in this world than what they just see in their hometowns. And I want to show kids that are my color and race that there are no limits and that you can do anything if you set your mind to it.
Wow, what an amazing young man you are. And you're actually allowing us that haven't traveled to Brazil and throughout your adventures to go along that journey with you. So that is amazing because we're going to learn things from you along the way and you're going to inspire other kids. You already are to become authors as well and to travel or to learn through your eyes as well. So thank you for that.
You're
And how
welcome.
do people find you?
You can go to my Instagram and Facebook, Isaac's Many Adventures for both.
Your website.
On my website, isaacsadventures.com.
Okay, and I know you're working on your YouTube channel as well, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So we're still excited. And Geornice is just there waiting all over the place this morning. Hi, Geornice. So, Geornice, are you listening to Isaac's book?
You know the QR code.
Yes, one day I want to be an author like him.
That is so awesome. So see, another kid inspiring another kid. So Auntie Sophie.
Yes, I am excited too, like Journeys, but guess what? I have to keep still until I want to get up and move too. But thank you so much, Isaac, for sharing that with us. And guess what? You have a point?
I got one more thing to say. This book is
Yes.
very special to me because In the book, I share QR codes that if you scan with your camera, it will take you to a video of the place that I was talking about on that page.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Auntie Dawn, these kids are really amazing. Let me tell you something. When I was little and I'd go visit, oh, look at that. I'd go visit family in the country and I come back and the teacher says, tell me about your trip. I don't think I could have ever done it in that special way. But he said, instead of just telling friends, he writes a book. That way more people can learn about his adventures and not just those around him. That's amazing. And did you not realize that you just inspired Geornice? She's going to want to write a book too. And many of our viewers, Auntie Dawn, they're also excited about Brazil. They want to go there on their next trip. So you are doing great work. Isaac, we thank you so much. And little Miss Geornice is also a traveler, Auntie Dawn. She's been to the North Coast. She has been to Florida. She's also a little traveler too. So who knows? Look out for Geornice Adventures.
This on December the 1st, I think we're going on a trip on Hilton again.
There you go. Little Miss Traveler. Thank you both so much for sharing with us. I really appreciate this. Thank you. Back to you, Auntie Dawn.
Thank you. So Geornice is going to teach us a little bit of Patois, which is our beautiful language. Some people say dialect in Jamaica. So we asked her before the show to teach us something. So teach us something, Geornice. What does mommy say when you go to bed? What did you share with us?
Mommy says good night, and then she tucked me into my bed, and then I fall asleep.
Okay, awesome. So does she ever say to you, picnic, put on your nightie and go on your bed?
No, she just only said, Tiana, put on your clothes and go to your bed. Oh,
So that's a little 2-year-old baby. Nice to meet your little sister.
He is very rude. Trust me, you don't want a baby like this. He's rude. It takes an hour to let her get potty.
Okay, so mommy's gonna settle you kids down a little bit there. We're gonna talk to Liza. Kids say the darndest things. Okay, so we're
Turn on my camera, she's gone.
Okay, so thank you, Geornice, for that. Okay, so Geornice is coming back. There you go. So Geornice, tell us something you hear often in Jamaica. We want everyone around the world to know how beautiful our language is. Okay, we can't hear you, sweetie.
I said that Jamaica is a beautiful place.
Jamaica is a beautiful place. I wonder why we can't hear you all the time. Thank you for that. Okay, so we're going to teach Isaac some patois, right? So if we're going to say Geornice is in Jamaica, we would say Geornice is in Jamaica right now, meaning she's in Jamaica right now. Yes. Okay, so Isaac, can you try saying that for us? Geornice de Jamaica right now.
Wait, speak up, Geornice.
Geornice de Jamaica right now. De Jamaica.
De Jamaica?
Right now.
Geornice de Jamaica right now?
Yes, right. So Geornice, you're in Jamaica, right? No, you're not in Jamaica? Okay, we can't hear you at all, sweetie. Okay. All right, Auntie Sophie, looks like we're just going to head into story time. Let's see what Auntie Sophie has for us.
All right, boys and girls, welcome to story time. Geornice is going to sit quietly now because she's going to hear a story that she may have heard before. And this is about Anansi. A lot of Isaac, a lot of Jamaican kids know about Anansi stories because this is something that we have shared over the years. So I'll tell those folks watching who have never heard about Anansi exactly where Anansi's originated from. So I'll tell you that, and then I'll go into my story, okay? So Anansi stories originated in West Africa. They were brought to Jamaica and other parts of the New World by Ashanti slaves, and they were handed down orally through generations. So each generation tells the Anansi stories to the next, and the next, and that's what we call handed down orally through generations. Anansi exists as a spider, a man, or a combination of the two. So Anansi, as we have always been taught, is no goody two shoes. No, he's not a hero sometimes. He is known to be greedy, lazy, inventive. He's a trickster, and he's cunning and smart in the extreme. Anansi loves a joke. And when he's not sleeping, he's always up to something, or he's sometimes eating. Let's find out what he's up to right now. This story I'm going to share with you, boys and girls, is called Anansi and Snake. Long, long ago, Tiger was the undisputed king of the forest. Tiger lilies were named after him. Tiger moths were named after him. And the stories of the forest were called tiger stories. Anansi was a nobody in the forest hierarchy. When the animals gathered together, they would ask idle questions like, who is the strongest animal? Or, who is the bravest? All together they would chorus, tiger. And just to poke fun, they would say, who is the weakest? Like a church choir, they would all sing out, Anansi. Anansi got sick and tired of it all. One day, he met Tiger face to face in the forest. Anansi bowed low to Tiger. But Tiger did not acknowledge Anansi in the least. He had no time to waste on such an insignificant speck. Tiger, said Anansi, you have it all. Can't you just ease me up and let me have one thing named after me? Tiger wanted to ignore Anansi, but his curiosity got the better of him. And just what is that you want to bear your name, Anansi? The stories, replied Anansi. I want them to be called Anansi stories. Now, Tiger loved those stories and did not intend to give them up to his crawling nobody. Still, even the undisputed king of the forest needed a laugh sometimes. So he said to Anansi, if you can do one small thing for me, Anansi, I will let you call the stories Anansi stories, or any other name you like. Anansi didn't like the sound of this. What one thing would that be, Tiger? He asked cautiously. Nothing too hard. Just capture Snake for me by the end of the week, and all the stories will be known as Anansi stories forevermore. Good thing Anansi had 8 legs to stand on, because at least 4 of them buckled the same time. This snake was not your flimsy garden variety snake. Snake of the jungle was big, very big, and Anansi was small. very small. But Anansi could think big. So he said, I'll do it. At that, there was a huge burst of laughter from all the other animals who had been eavesdropping on the conversation. They went home, tears of amusement rolling down their faces. Anansi went home very worried, but thinking, this was on Monday. The next day, Anansi went on the trail he knew Snake traveled on every day. He made a large noose out of a strong vine and placed some of Snake's favorite berries inside it. He hid in the bushes, holding the other end of the vine. Snake came slithering along the path. He spied the berries and his mouth watered, but he also spied the noose. He lay the weight of his body on the vine, then reached in and ate the berries quickly. Anansi tried and tried, but he could not pull the vine to close the noose. Snake's body was too heavy. The next day, Anansi went a little further down Snake's favorite trail and dug a pit in the ground. He placed a luscious hand of ripe bananas in it, then smeared the sides of the pit with grease so that Snake would slip in when he tried to get the bananas. Snake came along the path. He spied the bananas and his mouth watered, but he also spied the grease. So he wrapped his tail around a thick tree trunk, then reached into the hole with his head and ate the bananas. If he had lips, he would have licked them. He raised his head out of the pit, unwrapped his tail, and slithered away. Next day, Anansi made a square trap of sticks with spaces on 3 sides and a door on the other side. He put some mangoes inside. We love mangoes. Soon, a piglet came along and went straight for the mangoes. He didn't notice when Anansi shut the door behind him. Anansi figured that Snake could get inside the trap through the spaces, but that he would be too fat to get out after he had eaten the piglet. Snake came along and saw the piglet. The creature was so terrified when he saw Snake that he went berserk, squealing at the top of his lungs and smashing the trap into pieces. The piglet fled into the bushes, and Snake's mouth did not even get the chance to water. Anansi muttered to himself, "Fool, good for nothing pig." Next day, it was Friday, the end of the week, and Anansi was still snakeless. He went directly to Snake's house and sat outside looking dejected. Snake came out and looked at Anansi in surprise. "But you're brighty. All week long you're trying to catch me. And now you're sitting here barefaced in my yard?" Anansi looked at Snake and sighed. "Yes, it's true. But I was trying to catch you for a worthy cause. Now the other animals will continue to talk behind your back." "What you talking about, Anansi? What they saying about me?" Anansi said, "Well, I really shouldn't be telling you, but they're saying that you believe you are the longest thing around and that you think you are God's gift to longness, when even the shortest bamboo around here is longer than you." Snake was outraged. "Measure me, Anansi. Measure me. Cut down the longest bamboo you can find and let me shut up those backbiters." Anansi ran and cut down the longest bamboo. He rested it on the ground and Snake stretched out beside it. "Call them, Anansi. Let them see that nothing around here can test me." Anansi scratched his chin. "Well, Snake, there's a problem. You look longer than the bamboo, but how do I know that when I got up by your head. You're not crawling up to look longer. And when I go down by your tail, you're not shifting down on that end. Tie me tail, Anansi. If you don't believe me, tie me tail. By this time, curious animals were gathering around to watch. Anansi tied Snake's tail tightly to the bamboo with some vines. Then he said to Snake, stretch, Snake, stretch. You're almost there. Stretch till your eyes are shut and you can't stretch no more. Anansi had never seen a snake sweat. Snake stretched till his eyes were squeezed shut, and a flash, Anansi tied his head to the pole. Then he tied Snake's middle to the pole. The animals who had been watching were silent. There was no laughing at Anansi this time. He had said he would capture Snake, and he did. And from that day to this day, the stories have been called Anansi stories. Jack Mandora, me no choose none. The end.
Thank you, Auntie.
Oh, that was a very interesting story there.
That was interesting.
Like the same one with Anansi and Breeze.
Look at that! Miss Geornice has a Nancy story in our book, Auntie Dawn. We have to invite her back to read that another time.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that with us, Geornice. And I saw you behind the scenes just laughing and putting up your little emojis and everything. So you really enjoyed that story.
It was interesting.
It was interesting. How about you, Isaac?
I enjoyed that.
Good. And it's mango season. Who loves mangoes?
Me!
What's your favorite mango, Geornice?
East Indian mango.
East Indian, that's my favorite too. That's Auntie Dawn's favorite. What is yours, Auntie Sophie?
I love Bombay mangoes.
Bombay mango. And we love Julie mango too.
Yes.
How about you, Isaac? Any favorite mangoes?
I like all the mangoes.
He loves them all. Good choice. So what happened, Geornice?
I don't like all of the mangoes. I only like East Indian.
Yeah, she only likes East Indian, and that is a beautiful mango. And we get it here in Florida too. So if anybody has some East Indian mango and they want to share it, just link me. So we want to thank our beautiful kids for joining us today. Isaac, let's talk to you for a minute because you are an amazing young man that's making strides. You have your second book out, and you're inspiring young boys and girls. So what would you share with any other children that are interested in writing? How did you get started? Let's hear a little bit about your journey.
Well, first you gotta find something that you find interesting and that you think other people find interesting. And it has to be something that you enjoy, like something that you have, like, you will know that you'll have fun reading it. And you gotta find you gotta publish it, create the book. You can get advice from other people who have been authors, own businesses. Let's see. Gotta find illustrator. Oh yeah, get a right group of people to hang around. Don't get anybody that's not gonna want to support you or anybody who's gonna try to put you down. Just only hang on to the people who are good for you.
Those positive people, absolutely. And how about parents? Where are your parents from? And I know support is so important from parents when kids are starting out.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you asking what my mom has?
Where's your mom from? Brazil?
Yeah, she is from Salvador Bahia, Brazil.
Okay, awesome. So having supportive parents really, really helps our children along the way. So thank you for all the parents that support their kids, and reading, especially when you read out loud, is so important. So we're so happy when our kids join us and read out loud because they inspire each other. So Geornice, you excited because you're gonna come back and read Anansi for us?
Yes, Anansi and the Free.
Yes, so we're gonna have you come on another time and read for us, okay? Anything you want to say to your viewers, your fans today?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Subscribe. Look, the stick is beating up Anansi. Ouch! Ouch!
So as you can see, we have a very active Geornice, and she is excited about Anansi. So Auntie Sophie, we can't thank you enough for always sharing Anansi's stories with us and the children. As you can see,
Auntie Sophie needs to give me that book that she read a while ago. I want it.
Well, I'm going to send the book link to your mommy, and your mommy will read it for you, Miss Geornice, okay?
So thank you, Geornice and Isaac, for joining us today. And we want to say a special shout out to Amal, Only the Best Printing, who printed our T.C.E. Kids banner for us. So we're so excited for that. And Geornice, and we also want to thank Geornice's little sister who made a cameo appearance today, and Michelle Hussein, who works diligently behind the scenes with the kids.
Oh wait, are we live on Facebook right now?
Yes, you are. So from Geornice, Isaac, Auntie Sophie, and Auntie Dawn, have an amazing week, and thanks for tuning in and sharing the Caribbean Edge Kids. One love. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
When are we going to join back?
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Have a good week.
No. Wait, when are we going to join back?
All right, we're going to contact you. Auntie Michelle's going to follow up with you, okay? We're so excited that you're excited.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think
Have an amazing week. One love, walk good.
walk good. Bye.